Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and hello if you're new. Make sure that you subscribe before you leave, that way you'll never miss out on another video. I do a free pick a card reading on my channel every single Friday. Today's pick a card reading is all about the full moon that we're having today, which is also a lunar eclipse, and it is the full moon in Sagittarius. So Sagittarian energy. I'm sure we see this happening all across, the news and everything right now is we want our power back, basically. Sagittarian energy doesn't like to stay oppressed and suppressed. It doesn't like to be mistreated and treated like less than. And so I do see a lot of that happening. So this is kind of what the reading is going to focus on, is that full moon Sagittarian energy. And let's just get started. What I'm gonna have you do is pick a pile number or a heart stone. So we have pile number 1 or the labradorite heart, pile number 2 or the black onyx heart, pile number 3 or the tiger's eye heart, pile number 4 or the rose quartz heart. Go ahead and choose, and while you guys are choosing, based on your intuition, where your feelings take you, just listen to the voice within you and follow it and pick a pile or a crystal. But while you're doing that, I do want to let you guys know that I am having a full moon sale in my shop. If you're interested in any spiritual items, oils, crystals, bay leaves, anything to kind of enhance your spirituality, let's get started with the reading. For everyone that picked card group number 1 or the labradorite crystal, let's go ahead and see what is this full moon in Sagittarius bringing to you. Okay, the first 2 cards that we have here is journaling and positive affirmations. This is very important because we have the silence card overlapping that next to the pillar of light. Your vibration is rising and you are the oracle. This is very, very, so beautiful. This is so beautiful. Okay. So you're being called to journal right now. Pull out a piece of paper, pull out your journal, pull out your book that you write in, whatever it is, and just start writing. Start writing everything you're feeling, everything you're going through, everything you see, everything you are experiencing right now. Like, I really do get this feeling like you need to let it out. You're not letting it out. You're consuming all of this news and you're seeing what's going on and you're hearing about what's going on, but you're not letting it out. So I do feel like you're being called to write about it right now. It's so important for you to go within a place in yourself where you're silent and you see how you feel about everything you see, everything you hear, everything you're experiencing. How do you feel? Where in your body do you feel it? And write it all down, because it's when you go silent within yourself first, when you have grounded yourself in the situation and you know what you want, and just I feel like there's a lot of strength that can be built within your physical self and your spiritual self and your emotional self if you just go silent for a little bit. Process things, observe things before you react. So then you can react in the most vibrational, you can react in the way that is most vibrationally aligned with you. You can react in more powerful ways, and you can react in more clear-headed ways. So the next card that we have here is your vibration is rising. So with this Sagittarius full moon, it's a different kind of vibration rising where you're not just ascending, but there's old stuff that is being torn away from you to leave behind in the past, because you're moving forward now and those things need to be left behind. And sometimes we don't let them go. We rise our vibration but hold on to the old. And I feel like what's going on with the Sagittarius energy right now, and also we have Mars and Neptune, there's a lot of rebellion energy that is going on within our mind, where we're just like, you know what, I want this, and I want to see this, and I want to experience this. I can't hold on to the past anymore because it's toxic and it's holding me back. The next two cards we have is be authentic and demonstrate love. So I do see a lot of you are dealing with this in a very, very peaceful way. Like a lot of things that are going on, you're dealing with in a very peaceful way where you did step back and take a moment to yourself and just kind of process and allowed yourself to retreat. I feel like group number 1, you are the type of spirits that before reacting, you do retreat. And it's something that it's something that's natural in you, but you've only just recently started to use it, where you can step back from a situation and observe everything in silence before you react, because you will react. But now you have more power because you're letting yourself observe. And another thing that I see is you allowing yourself to kind of step back and observe everything, listen to everything, absorb everything, dissect everything. You are going to be working from your authentic self. So the steps that you take forward from there, it's you. It's not you being influenced by social media, by parents, by the news, by anything. You're not influenced anymore. You can sit and absorb all of that information, but now you can go within yourself and you're not affected by it when you make your decision and what you need to do to move forward. So another thing that I see for you, group number 1, is that you picked the labradorite crystal. The labradorite crystal is the stone of magic. So you being able to take a step back and observe before you react, it's magic for you. This is also known as the stone of coincidence and stone of synchronicity. I'm sorry if I sound extra nasally. I've been a little bit sick, so you might get that like nasaliness from me. But yeah, it will put you in the right place at the right time. It will bring synchronicity into your life. So pay attention to the signs and symbols that you are receiving, to the messages you're channeling, because this is the energy of the labradorite crystal, is channeling and synchronicity and having access to the Akashic records, to the ethereal records, records that are ancient and beyond our time. So that another huge thing that I see in your reading, group number 1, is your intuition opening up. So we have intuition right here and we have intuition right here. So you are coming into this way of being where you're about to react to everything that's going on into the world with your full power, where it's completely you reacting in your fullest power, because you're not influenced by anything else, because your third eye is wide open and you see the truth. So I hope that you guys found this reading helpful. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you guys have a very blessed full moon, and I'll talk to you real soon. Bye. Everybody that picked group number 2 or the black heart, let's go ahead and see what this Sagittarius full moon is bringing to you. Okay, so if I sound a little bit nasally, I do apologize, but I am getting over a cold, so that's why I'm like super nasally. The first card we have here is practice compassion. See things from a fresh perspective. Right next to one of the most profound, like one of the most sacred cards of all the decks that I own. Break the chain. Ancestral patterns, healing and rewriting the future. Transformation, nourish your temple, patience. Wow. What can I even say about this? Okay, so the first 2 cards, let's talk about the first 2 messages that we're receiving here. So there's a lot going on in the world right now. We see it in the protests, the riots, the brutality. It's insane what's going on right now, and my heart personally breaks for the families and the world and the businesses and everybody that's hurting from this. And just it's brutal. But I do see that there is this energy of like deep ancestral wounds that have been passed down from generation to generation. Like, these are deep, and these are embedded into like a whole culture of people. And right now what's happening is that these wounds are coming up, and it's time to purge it out. It's time to release it, because we're no longer going to be giving consent to the treatment of certain people because of certain differences in whatever way. So I do feel like there's an ancestral pattern that is breaking. There's an ancestral wound that is coming up for healing, and I do feel like that's what's happening. And a lot of you, group number 2, you feel it. You come from these ancestors. You feel that healing that needs to happen. You feel all of it coming up to the surface. Those wounds, right? They're so deep within you because they're not only yours, but they're coming from your ancestors. Now, what's happening right now is there's a transformation happening. There's an energy shift happening, and things are changing at a cellular level. So there's a lot of changes that are going to be happening. There's a lot of changes that are happening, and things are changing not just on a physical level. They're changing on a deeper levels than just that. And there's a lot of deep healing that needs to happen in order for a transformation. And you, group number 2, are practicing this deep healing in a very compassionate way, where the energy of anger is there, it's prominent, it's strong, but you also practice compassion. You've mastered the art of keeping compassion and anger next to each other, and they can coexist. So group number 2, you are a special breed of people who are very spiritually, like, ethereal, like magical, majestic. Only a certain breed of this kind of people or this kind of energy can exist. And I feel like you are that majestic energy that can really put anger and compassion together. So the next 2 cards we have here is Nourish Your Temple and Patience. I do feel like you are a very patient type of energy that you guys have, and that's something that is a strength for you, where before it was a weakness, but you've learned to harness your patience as your strength. And I do feel like a lot of the things that are going on is calling for you to nourish your temple right now. Pay attention to your body, nourish your body. Make sure that you are attending to joint pains and muscle pains and like any pains and stuff that you're having. Don't just ignore it and suppress it. Like, pay attention to your body, nourish your body, give it healthy food, give it plenty of water, just really nourish your body and treat it special, because it is going through this transformation along with the collective right now, so it does feel the energy. Okay, so the next thing that I want to talk about is the black crystal. Black crystals, black obsidian, black onyx, black tourmaline, they get rid of negative energy. So I feel like this transformation, what it's doing is trying to purge out the negative energy, and this is what's happening in the collective. So I feel like you're feeling it. So work with black crystals, maybe wear some black clothes, black candles would be great, black herbs would be great to work with. Yeah, one of my favorite candles from Yankee Candle is Midnight, and it smells so good. It's their black candle, if you guys are interested. But yeah, so those are the things that you're being called to do. This is kind of what the Sagittarius full moon is bringing to you, group number 2 especially. Thank you guys so much for watching. I apologize for my nasally stuffiness, and I'll talk to you real soon. Bye. For everybody that picked card group number 3 or the Tiger's Eye Crystal, let's go ahead and see what is the Sagittarius full moon bringing to you. So the first 3 cards we have here is the Creator, the Rebel, and Existence. So here's what this tells me. This lineup is telling me that there are people right now, especially you group number 3, they're so attuned and so awakened to the inner god or goddess within you, to that divine energy within you. You're so connected to it, and you just, I feel like this is something you've been working on for so long, and you finally harnessed it, the connection to divine. And now you're seeing why you were not connected to it, and now you're rebelling. And it kind of makes you angry. And I see it happening in the collective. You know, our divine energies have been kind of suppressed from us, and then now you are rebelling because you're like, what the heck? And I do see, because you want to live in your truest, most authentic existence. You want to be who you are freely. You want to exist as you are, completely free. And so you want to take the chains off that are preventing you from existing in your truest self, which is your most divine self, your higher self. Now, the 3 cards that are next to it are You're Already Doing It, Sisterhood of the Rose, and Speak the Language of Love. So here we have a message of whatever you're going to do, whatever steps you're taking, whatever way you're rebelling, and we see the rebellion happening. Excuse me. Apologize if I'm like extra nasally. I'm just getting over a cold. But we see it in the collective right now, how people are rebelling. And I feel like right now, group number 3, you're being called and you're learning to rebel in a compassionate way where you speak through love, but you're also in a state of rebellion. And then I see Beauty and Devotion, Priestess, Mystic, and Teacher. So group number 3, you have this power. You have this influence. I don't know if you guys are like bloggers, or you have a following, or your family members really look up to you, or maybe you have kids really look up to you, but there are people that are following you, that are looking to you, and they value your opinion, and they value what you think. So let your opinions be known, let how you feel be known, because you are a teacher and you are like a light worker, and you're here to move the collective further in a healthy way, fair and just way. So listen to yourself, listen to your intuition, listen to your heart, because you're coming into divine energy. So what you're being like called to do, these are things that you want to do out of love. And I mean, I feel like it's going to teach so many people so many things. And I feel like, okay, you're already doing it. Okay, never mind, you're already doing it. And I think a lot of you are questioning that, is what I'm doing right? And should I do this? Should I say this? And I feel like the universe is saying, look, you're already doing it. You're already on the path. Stop overthinking. Keep moving in the direction you're moving, and stop overthinking. The last 2 cards we have here is Dream Journal and Lemuria, Creating Heaven on Earth. So it's happening. There's a shift and there's a transformation happening. There is this fight for change happening. There's a lot of transformations happening. And you feel it. Group number 3, you guys feel it. And I feel like a lot of you are getting messages channeled through your dreams. So another thing that the Sagittarius full moon is asking you to do is to pay attention to your dreams and see what messages come up. What I like to do is whenever I wake up, I like to try to remember whatever I dreamed about, whether it was a color, a word, a song, a noise, an animal, a building, whatever it was. And then I'll Google it and I'll piece it together, and it will always tell me a story. And it always resonates with what's going on or what I need to do. So it's guidance. Your subconscious, your higher self, your ancestors, your spirit guides, They're all a part of the creator, the divine, and they all try to speak to you through your dreams. So pay attention to your dreams because they're trying to talk to you so that they can give you guidance in how you can move forward and how you can keep rising, because you're already rising, but they want to push you up even more. So the reason that you picked the tiger's eye crystal is because you are coming into this state of confidence and strength and willpower. Those are the energies of a tiger's eye crystal. Ambition, drive, willpower, strength, inspiration, going forward, like just complete willpower, strength within yourself. Like, you know what? Like, this is me. This is what I'm going to do. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this reading. If you guys want to book a reading with me, go ahead and head over to my Etsy shop. And sorry for my stuffed up nose. I am getting over a cold, but I did want to film a reading for you guys, so I hope you guys don't mind that. But thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you real soon. Bye. For everybody that picked card group number 4 or the rose quartz heart, let's go ahead and see what is the Sagittarius full moon bringing to you. The first 3 cards I have here is transformation, creativity, and ripeness. Ripeness with the number 9. I apologize if I'm a little bit stuffy. I just had a sneeze attack and I'm just getting over a cold too. So I do apologize. I hope you don't mind. Okay, so number 9 is a number of deaths and endings and letting go, shedding. So I do see that there is something that has reached its peak with you, group number 4. It's something that has reached its peak. And it's time to pluck it and let it go. Pluck it and leave it behind. Like, pluck it off, because it's something that is rotting, that is still stuck there. And I see that that's a transformation that is happening not just with you, group number 4, but with the collective. If you see what's going on out there, it's basically something has come to its peak. And it's time to pluck that negativity and throw it out and get rid of it, leave it in the past. I also feel like there is this energy of creativity with you guys, group number 4, especially because you want to help the collective in a very creative way. I feel like you guys want to kind of bring in a different kind of energy to everything that's going on. So I see a lot of transformation occurring from within you too, that is invoking this passion to do something that is different for the cause. So I see that everything that is going on has affected you in a very deep way as well, because I see that it's something that has been deeply rooted within you, and seeing everything that's going on has emerged it. It's kind of come up to the surface, but this time it's not a weakness. It's not something that hinders you. It is something of power. It's like the phoenix rising. It is your old wound that has risen and it's rising, and now it is your power. But you are transmuting it into a power of something different, something that you want to do with it that can actually propel the collective in a way of creation, a way of artistic, positive energy. And I do see that you've come at your peak too, and now you're ready to shed it. You're ready to let it go and leave it behind. You've come at your peak, and now you're waiting for the ending of that negativity, the ending of that rotten fruit, kind of. Now the next 3 cards we have here is meditate, with the priestess and the council of light. Okay, so within you, I feel like a lot of you know how you're being called to step up and lead. You have went within, you have really dived within yourself, and you've kind of stepped back and allowed yourself to observe before you react. And now you kind of have this idea of how you're being called to step up and lead, and how you're being called to step up and do something, how you're being called to step up and speak, how you're being called to just step up in any way. And your ancestors and your spirit guides want you to know that it's okay, and they are there. because they understand that you're doing this from a place of love and compassion, but power. So the next 3 cards we have here is Imrama. Where are you being called to journey to? So definitely you have some ideas about what you want to do, what you want to pursue, how you want to move forward, how you want to react. And I see that it's a very calm but powerful way. Kind of like Gandhi, if that makes sense. And I do see that you are very attuned with your emotions. You're very attuned with how you feel, and you're very attuned with the darkness of what you feel with everything that's going on. You're very in control of your emotions. What you just needed a little push on was how to move forward with it. And the guides are saying move forward in this very meditative, calm, but powerful way to end the toxicity. Another card, well, the last 2 cards here are I love you and physical touch. Interesting. Physical touch right underneath the Divine Orchestration Council of Light card means that your spirit guides, your ancestors, they have blessed you. They have really blessed you in a way that I feel like you physically felt it. Have you felt something like brush your hair maybe? You felt something tap your feet? Felt like a breath behind you, something like that, where it was a physical manifestation of your spirit guides or your ancestors or even your subconscious self trying to give you a message like, hey, I'm here. And that we love you and we stand by you and we love what you're doing and we love that you are remaining in your power right now in a place of love. It's interesting. Rose quartz, all about love, unconditional love, healing, and romance, intimacy, wound healing, which I do feel like the collective is experiencing wounds that are coming up that need to be healed. There needs to be change to heal those wounds. And I feel like you guys have ideas that can really propel that forward. So I hope you guys enjoyed this reading. Thank you guys so much for watching. Happy full moon, and I will talk to you very, very soon. Bye.